I wouldn't say that they've played into our branding strategies, but we're spending a lot of time on customer experience right now, and just kind of making sure it's where we want it to be for our target audience.
I was referring to corporate social responsibility.
Oh.
Sorry.
Customer service right
Yeah. Sorry about that.
We think a lot about that. We have a whole team of people dedicated to that, and we also regulate it around corporate social responsibility and community reinvestment. I don't think we even cut our philanthropy efforts in 2009. I think we kept them at the same level.
So how do you leverage that then in your brand building?
I don't think we're particularly good at it, frankly. And I think that actually there's a discomfort about leveraging that. They're like, okay, we do this because we think it's the right thing to do. Our employees, our associates do it because they think it's the right thing to do. Partly we do it because we're regulated and we have to. And we're kind of uncomfortable about using that to kind of say, oh, we're so good, which might help. It might help in this world of distrusted banks that we actually do a lot and our associates do a lot. But there's just a level of discomfort around kind of saying, oh, we're so wonderful.
Do you think that's unique to your group, or do you think that's prevalent throughout the financial services?
No, I mean, Bank of America will toot their own horn around that. So I'm not sure. They'll certainly do that. I think it's a very, very dangerous place to play right now in the financial services industry, because there is such a level of distrust that if you would go out with that message right now, it's just completely, people would just go, you gotta be kidding me. No. So
I've actually had a different experience than that.
Yeah.
Well, I'm Monica Pear. I'm a consultant, and I'm working with a nonprofit right now called First Book. And they do a lot of work with financial services groups, and they've gotten really fantastic feedback from the partnerships that they've done that really have elevated the brands for their partners. So Barclays Capital is one, SunTrust Mortgage I think is another.
Well, don't confuse that it can lift your brand with active promotion of it. Like for us, in lodging, it's table stakes.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
You are, eco-responsible because A, everyone else is, but B, it's the right thing to do. I mean, when you have, for a brand like Marriott, for example, where there's literally one on every corner, you are part of the local community. You are part of that responsibility. So it becomes part of your DNA that, yes, ultimately, I believe, lifts your brand, but not necessarily through promotion.
Right.
I mean, it's not that you're leading it. You're in partnership with your guest, with your local community to do the right thing. And I think it becomes, I'll call it viral from there, that it lifts. So
it's
as you're saying,
one experience that your customers having with your brand rather than the overall brand experience?
my customers are feeling good about their choice because one of the things that we're involved in supports that, or actually multiple things we're involved in. We do some big initiatives like with Amazonia and the purchase of huge tracts of rainforest, but we very much separate that from the day-to-day, for in our case, on-property experience, which is what the customer's really looking for. How are you offsetting my stay, so to speak? Not huge corporate giants protecting the rainforest. Yeah, they expect that too, but it's a responsibility. It's not a badge.
Yeah, ours is financial literacy, right? So we do a lot of work with Finance Park, with MoneyWise, with building branches in high schools and having high schoolers run the branches so they learn these things. But we do that because it's the right thing to do, and we think it's important that kids learn how to manage money, but, turning that into, we're so good because we do these things would just be a disaster, especially right now.
My experience, size seems to have something to do with it. If you have a charity event here in DC and you have local companies involved, they'll fight over the order that their logos appear as sponsors. One of our clients is the Foundation for the NIH, which is Gates Foundation and the Polo Foundation. These organizations don't want their logos on any of the pieces. And I find that ironic that here they are, Gates just gave $7 million and to a program that they're doing over in Africa. And he didn't want, they don't want the Gates Foundation logo on there. The Ralph Lauren Foundation, same thing. So we've decided that if our major givers to these programs don't want to be on there, we're at this dilemma of, do we put the other people on there? Because it looks like they're paying for the whole thing. So we're dealing with that right now.
Yes, please.